Gamma frequency is great for intense concentration and learning, better for problem solving, and delta for sleep. You've tried scheduling your day, writing your goals, and blocking out your time, but you still get to the end of the day feeling irritated that you're no further ahead than your peers. That's because it doesn't matter how well you plan your day or how much you use willpower to force yourself to be productive. There's one thing you haven't planned for: how your energy and focus will perform in the allocated times you've set for yourself. Most productivity systems completely ignore this fact. In surveying over 70,000 people for my best-selling book Unstoppable, we found that a lack of time is rarely ever the issue. The issue is a lack of energetic and emotional regulation that allows leaders and entrepreneurs to channel their focus into the task at hand. In the past 3 years, I've written 3 books and over 50 video scripts, totaling over 300,000 words. During this time, I've uncovered 5 of the all-time best productivity hacks that you've likely never heard of. They use what I call the triple threat method: neuroscience, psychology, and biohacking. And they even work when you're having an off day. The great news is I have a free resource below to help you pull all of these pieces together. But first, let's kick off with number 1 right now. When we're tackling new projects or tasks we don't have a mental roadmap for, it requires a tremendous amount of mental energy. Your brain loves roadmaps, but more specifically, routines, because it conserves energy. That's energy that you can apply later in the day. I start off each day working through the 15 minutes to Unstoppable morning routine journal pages. You can download them for free below for a limited time. The reason this method is being used by tens of thousands of our members is that it highlights a constellation of symptoms that dull mental performance, specifically focus and energy. In the download, you'll see a checklist of potential symptoms you're experiencing that could derail your day before you even get started. Here you're going to identify the causes, then specific biohacks that will help you negate their negative effects. Failing to do this means you have no idea how to manage your energy and emotions throughout the day, which means the day controls you, you don't control the day. The next hack I realized when I was deep in the writing process for Unstoppable. I found there were times when I knew I had to hit my writing targets, but my brain wasn't willing to play ball. That's because even though it was the right time to work, it was the wrong brain frequency to be in. Frequencies are the unseen language of the brain. You need to pair them with the task at hand. Otherwise, it's like someone speaking Spanish while you're speaking English. You can't communicate. For example, gamma frequency is great for intense concentration and learning, better for problem solving, and delta for sleep. If you find that mid-afternoon you're getting sleepy, you may be on the verge of delta, in which you'll be unproductive. When I need to do deep and meaningful work where I tune out the world and hours feel like minutes, my goal is to be in a meditative-like state, this being theta. This is because theta allows me to go into autopilot mode, which stops me from second-guessing myself and overthinking everything. You can do this by practicing gazing meditation for 10 minutes, where you softly gaze at a spot on the horizon or in the void of your mind while taking deep breaths. The next most impactful productivity hack is to extend the runway. This is a planning feature in crisis management, which means success can often come down to buying yourself more time to try to avoid catastrophe. Think of it like this. Imagine focus is like runway. It's limited in width and length. Everything has to come together for a successful takeoff, or you'll run out of tarmac before you take off. Here you need to do 2 things. The first is to clear the runway of debris and obstacles that will prevent you from taking off. This is what the free journal pages are designed to do. The next is to extend the runway or intensify the amount of focus you have in the time you have allocated. You achieve this by doing your flight checks. What do you need for a successful launch? Consider your environment, your tools, your skills, your sleep and wake routines, tuning out distractions, giving your brain a break from social media, assessing your deadlines, and bulking your tasks together to make it seamless. This flight check helps to alleviate any concerns and anxieties you have because you know the state of play, while the next steps will help you to intensify your focus to maximize your productivity. Instead of attempting to manage time, manage your energetic and emotional regulation. What do I mean? You want to be in your peak mental state when you're tackling mentally demanding tasks. For this, you need consistent energy levels with little ebbs and flows instead of wild peaks and troughs. Your emotions follow your energy. When it drops, you'll hit decision fatigue, or when it peaks too high, you may experience anxiety and burnout too quickly. This is where you must apply nutritional psychology to optimize not just your energy levels, but your neurochemistry. To truly get in a state of focus and flow, your diet must consist of healthy fruits and vegetables that aid in the production of key neurotransmitters like dopamine. When you're truly immersed in your work, your prefrontal cortex is awash with dopamine, which is why nutrition is key in not just energetic, but emotional regulation and motivation. This next method I don't go a day without doing. It's a linchpin of productivity. It's not only helped my members in my flagship program, Project Unstoppable, overcome burnout, it's helped them to mentally prime their day for success. It's called mental rehearsal. Athletes not only use it to mentally prepare for a race, nurses also use it in training to prepare for life or death medical emergencies. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to schedule this mental rehearsal practice in the free daily journal pages below. To do it, simply find a quiet place, close your eyes, and visualize your day unfolding how you want it to until you've achieved your goals. Then into the following day, rewind this mental movie, fast forward, and rewind it back and forth 10 times. Takes less than 10 minutes. We have guided audio programs to help people master this. I've done this practice before when speaking at conferences in front of thousands of people. It's like an out-of-body experience. You're not trying to think of what to say or what to write or do. The information suddenly flows through you. It also tricks your subconscious mind into thinking you've been there and done it before, which means there's nothing left to fear and only focus is left. These 5 productivity hacks will unleash your ability to maximize the time you have in your day while eliminating stress and overwhelm. And when you download the 15 minutes to Unstoppable morning routine for free below, you're going to discover after a few short weeks, you're only just scratching the surface of what you're truly capable of.